why does basically XDC partner with, of course, Tangem? Like for some of you guys, it's like, who the heck is Tangem? Well, Tangem is a cold hardware crypto, bank card, secure as a bank vault. Sounds interesting. We talked about other particular competitors out there, but why does this stand out in regards to Zenfin? Well, here's everything you need to know about that and why it's significant. So look what it says. Tangem is revolutionizing the way we store our digital assets by offering a hardware wallet that prioritizes top-notch security, user-friendliness, accessibility, yada, yada, right? It's got a self-custodial experience, but at the end of the day, how does it work and is it safe? It's a good question. Getting more into this is kind of a thread. I'm going to show some of this. There's only a few more points. Tangem Wallet is a crypto hardware wallet designed, as a bank card. It has a secure element chip that generates and stores private keys offline. With this specific Tangem wallet, users can buy, send, receive, swap, do all the good things, right? Thousands of coins and tokens securely. They even have this thing called Tangem mobile app. It does use near-field communication, NFC technology, allowing you to sign blockchain transactions offline. I mean, you guys have seen some of this stuff, right? Is there anything to make it stand out a little bit more? Well, yes. So here's some characteristics. You can do a smart backup. Tangem uses smart backup technology to create copies of the private keys on 2 or more or 3 cards to avoid creating a seed phrase that users might accidentally expose. I like this because this is what makes it stand out. You mean, say what you want, like I think it was OG Crypto point out, hey, I don't like Hedera having the power to take or give back. Well, how about not even having that whole issue to begin with, by not even having to do anything in regards to seed phrases? I mean, whether you're for seed phrases or not, I mean, let's face it, for some people, they look at it as a giant pain. I'm not going to get in that big old rabbit hole and go, debate that. But it's interesting to see some of this stuff. It's weather resistant. I don't want to give it all that. I mean, it's fine. But it does have a simple setup. And it says that you can use this particular wallet in which you can get it all done in 3 minutes. I mean, say what you want. I mean, I like my Decent wallet, but it didn't take 3 minutes to set that up. It took me about like 45 minutes, to be honest, because I want to do it the right way. I wanted to write down everything. I want to keep a copy of like a backup seed phrase and, store that in a unique place, you name it, right? But look what it says. You just have to tap the card on your phone after 3 minutes, download the Tangem app, follow instructions in the app. EAL6 Plus Secure Tangem chip contains a certified chip design in collaboration with Samsung Semiconductors. Wow, that sounds impressive. This chip has the highest chip security standard, protecting from any invasive and non-invasive attacks. So it doesn't sound like it's your everyday run-of-the-mill type of, hardware wallet, right? Getting more into this, here's the actual Tangem site. They have about 75,000 followers. I mean, some people will say, well, anybody can do that. But the point is they do have regular updates. They're, of course, delighted to give you some of these updates. But here's some of the white cards. And it's just, again, kind of like a visual. Very thin, easy to use. Pull it right out of your wallet, your actual wallet, right? Other people doing reviews about this. Best Hardware Wallet 2024. I'm actually going to watch more about this. This comes from DeFi Rebels. Some of you guys watch that show. A lot of guys that are in this space do a good job of reviewing some of these products. So look more into it if you choose to do so. And in my research, there's, of course, a few things I wanted to get into in regards to the significance about all this. So Tangem XDC, from what we gathered, it's not just your typical run-of-the-mill, like, oh, okay, another hardware wallet. Ooh, big deal, right? Well, keep in mind, while there's nothing officially mentioned in regards to the partnership announcement between XDC and Tangem, there are significant developments pointing towards, of course, their integration. I am more leaning towards it's a solid partnership. Come on. So back in December, if you've been following this at all, and this isn't, new or old news or new news to you, in December, there was an initiative announced in regards to Tangem's Winter Blockchain Marathon. It did include XDC, and it also included 5 blockchains planned for integration this winter. Let's face it, we're still in that winter. It's not spring yet. But it did mean that Tangem wallet users will soon be able to securely store, send, and receive, and even swap XDC. How cool is that? Built, of course, on the XDC network directly on their Tangem cards. So I'm leaning towards that's a real thing. I mean, why go through all the trouble of this if it wasn't a real thing? What about the increased accessibility to all this? Well, adding XDC to Tangem wallet opens up XDC, of course, to a wider audience. Again, the whole point of mass adoption. Tangem's cards offer user-friendly cold storage solution, but the main thing is it does not require, like, for you to be like, oh, super technical savvy. We talk about mass adoption. I mean, you also got to have people, let's face it, that are not good with this stuff, or maybe this is the first time they ever got into crypto. I like that. What stands out in regards to this a little bit more? 3 main key things. It's simply convenient. I mean, say what you want. We were talking about, for instance, some of these other ones, right? What was it? I can't even think of that particular one. But there was another hardware wallet, right, that had like 3 form factor, and they boasted that this was the answer to all wallets, and no, it wasn't, because it didn't have a big selection of cryptos to put on it, right? So a lot of people didn't go with that particular one. I think it starts with an A. I forgot the name. It's been a while, but being able to store and manage XDC, because we're talking about XDC, directly on a physical card does offer convenience and, of course, ease of use compared to traditional software wallets. Yeah. Like me, myself, I mean, nothing against people who use like MetaMask. I don't use MetaMask anymore. Like, I don't. I've seen so many cases where people have gotten hacked on that. I would never use it as far as a plugin on my desktop version. No way. But my point is, this is a direct answer, even towards traditional. This is way more secure from what I gathered, because it has these secure chips. It does provide the whole thing of offline storage for XDC, and it's considered more secure than, of course, even some of the specific online wallets that we know. Now, of course, I'm not trying to shill this. I'm not paid by them or anything, but it did make news. The other thing I like about this is also the accessibility. This integration can introduce XDC, of course, to that wider base that we all want to accomplish, who might be hesitant about, of course, even traditional crypto wallets. Like, oh, this is too big of a deal. I remember when I first started out in altcoins, I mean, it can be very, very intimidating, to say the least. So you got to keep in mind, this is still like an early development. This whole integration is very, very new, let's face it. But it's also worth mentioning that XDC is included, of course, in Tangem's Winter Blockchain Marathon, like we pointed out before. And, the future plans are yet to be seen, but everything that was listed here recently points towards, yeah, this is a solid partnership. I'm going to lean towards that.